So the hate is coming fast and furious for Myka Stauffer and her husband James, and rightfully so. After the story, of course, came out, I covered it in an earlier video, it came out that they had rehomed their adopted son from China, Huxley, after having him in their family for nearly 3 years. It's difficult for any of us to really wrap our head around it. Myka and James asked for their privacy, they asked for people to give them grace, and essentially they're asking for people not to come down too hard on them. And apparently this has been such a rough period of time for them, they even had to turn off likes and dislikes. So for anybody new to this story, it's not as if the Stauffer family talked about the potential transition for Huxley, the problems that they were going through. He just vanished. He just vanished. And when people didn't see him with the family, didn't see him in photos, of course, they were starting to put two and two together. And beyond belief, the first place that was changed to reflect that he was not a part of the family, Twitter. Twitter was reduced in her bio from 5 children to 4. And that to me is ridiculous and wrong and speaks to what's important to her in her life. And more, those of us that have been outraged at this story are seeing the fact that really none of this has been real. It's all a facsimile. Even this loving picture right here, and I used it in my previous video, it's merely an ad. You can see right there in the left-hand corner of the screen, the sponsor for that particular picture. And it's almost as if Huxley is just another prop that Myka used. And as you look across Myka's social media, so many things are not aging well, be it videos, be it statements that she's made. This one right here, 5 things she didn't expect about Chinese adoption. I'm sure one of those things that she didn't expect, certainly Huxley didn't expect, to go to a different family, to be given away after he had essentially served his usefulness. One of the things that she talked about in her video is that the new family that Huxley is with, that it's now his forever home. Again, almost letting herself off the hook is that they were just a step in Huxley's journey to the perfect home, the perfect match. She even calls it the perfect match. Why weren't you the perfect match? You specifically went for a special needs child. I also find it hard to believe that they kept learning new things about his condition. She goes back and forth from saying it was wonderful, he was very little maintenance, to it just didn't work from the very beginning. You can't believe them because their stories keep changing. Children are not toys, children are not fashion accessories. And children are certainly not individuals that you throw away when they're having diminishing returns for your social media. And of course, they're trying to delete the negative comments just as fast as they're coming in. They're talking about Huxley being exploited, asking Myka, how could you do this to a child? This one in particular really hit home. It really touched me. What do your quote unquote real children think? Do they feel like they're going to be next? Right now in the U.S., there are more than 3 million children that have disabilities. And I am so thankful for the families that are there for them, that give them a loving home, that give them care and the compassion that they need to live a full and rewarding life. I am so thankful for the comments that I saw in my last video from families of autistic children who talk about, yes, it's hard, but I would never in a million years think about relinquishing my child to somebody else. That's my job. That's what I signed up for. That's my child. And right now, from an outsider looking in me, it certainly looks like that Huxley was voted off of Stauffer Survivor. And that's a horrible thought. And this family is going to have to answer more than this. It's not going to simply be, this is the way it is, we're not going to talk about it anymore. So I would highly suspect we see more from them in the future. And of course, my main concern is I hope Huxley is happy, safe, and truly is in his forever home. Thank you for listening, everybody, and I hope you have a great night.